Welcome, fellow knowledge seekers, to another deep dive. Today, we're plunging into a story so wild, so thought-provoking, it will genuinely make you question everything you watch online. Have you ever paused a video thinking, did I just hear that right?
Mm.
Or maybe noticed a subtle jump cut that felt a little well, off. You might wonder if what you see is exactly what was filmed, or if there's maybe, an invisible hand, a ghost in the machine, subtly tweaking content behind the scenes. Well, get ready, because the insights we've pulled from our sources today reveal a truly disturbing tale of algorithmic meddling directly from YouTube itself. We're talking about a quiet, incredibly powerful operation where artificial intelligence is stepping in as an uninvited editor for creators' videos. It's a silent revolution that's, well, it's already underway. Our primary source for this deep dive is an eye-opening article looking into how YouTube might be secretly using AI to edit videos and the reality-bending results. Our mission today is to extract the most important nuggets of knowledge from this fascinating and, frankly, a little terrifying investigation. We want you to be fully informed about this hidden AI revolution that's subtly reshaping your digital world. So, be ready. Okay, let's unpack this. So, the biggest revelation here, the real bombshell, is that YouTube isn't just hosting your videos. They've apparently been secretly editing them using AI. The article puts it perfectly, saying it's like that friend who fixes your hair while you're sleeping. It's happening often without the creator's explicit consent, and certainly without most viewers even knowing.
Yeah, it's quite something. And what's truly intriguing here is how this hidden AI operates. It employs what are called advanced video diffusion models. Now, these aren't just simple filters or, basic editing software. Think of them as incredibly sophisticated AI artists. They can not only understand your footage frame by frame, but also generate new, highly realistic frames and transitions. So yes, it's watching everything you upload, from your actual content to, let's be honest, probably judging your lighting setup.
Right. It's not just observing, it's acting. So what exactly is this AI doing then?
Well, it's automatically removing silences, those ums and ahs, your filler words, and even what it perceives as bad takes. This fundamentally alters the flow and pacing of a video. But it's not just taking away, it's adding to things you might not want, like auto-generated captions or those quick zoom effects that, you never asked for.
And get this. It's all happening faster than human editors. This AI is capable of cutting, rearranging, and enhancing footage, effectively reshaping content behind the scenes in like a blink of an eye. The article provocatively asks, because who needs creative control when an algorithm can do it better? Which is, yeah.
And while it's true that powerful AI editing tools like Gling and Descript offer similar features, the key difference, as our source points out, is that at least they tell you they're doing it.
Right. Transparency.
Exactly. With YouTube, it's often a complete surprise, or maybe not even noticed by the creator until later.
And that element of surprise, or maybe the lack of transparency, is what truly defines this silent revolution, isn't it?
It really is. It's not just a convenience feature. It's a fundamental shift in control over the creative output.
Absolutely. Which leads us to the truly mind-bending part, the before and after. The article paints this vivid picture where what you actually filmed might be subtly yet significantly different from what YouTube decided viewers should see. It suggests the AI removed all your charming personality quirks and replaced them with algorithm-approved perfection. I mean, how deep does this manipulation actually go? What does it mean for what we perceive as real? Here's where it gets really interesting.
Well, the AI's ability to subtly manipulate goes incredibly deep, far beyond just removing a pause here or there. It can alter the narrative flow, the pacing, visual elements, all directly influencing how viewers perceive the content. Yeah. Imagine that awkward pause you intentionally left for comedic timing, like you said, gone.
Why?
Or maybe a nuanced facial expression that conveyed a specific emotion might just be smoothed over or even subtly altered. This isn't just about making things cleaner, it's about making them different.
So it's not just cutting, it's genuinely shaping the story, maybe even the message.
Exactly. And this capability leads to a serious blurring of lines. Experts warn that this creates manipulated realities, making it incredibly difficult to distinguish between authentic and AI-crafted content. It raises a really important question for all of us. When you watch something, is that really what they said? Or perhaps more accurately, is that exactly how they said it and with what original intent?
And the level of this reality bending is genuinely serious. Our sources highlight that Google's own DreamX video diffusion model, which, again, is that sophisticated generative AI we talked about, can create near photorealistic edits. which means it can generate changes or even entirely new elements within a video so realistically that they're almost indistinguishable from the actual footage. This is where it gets a little dystopian. The article gives a provocative example. Soon your cat video might feature a dog instead if the algorithm thinks it'll get more views. That's a powerful illustration, isn't it, of just how far this could go in bending what we consider real. But beyond just humor, what's the long-term impact on trust in online content if we can't believe what we're seeing?
That's the critical question, right? When you realize a video can be subtly manipulated to optimize for views, maybe by adding a more engaging background or changing a product shown in a review, it erodes that fundamental contract between the creator and the viewer. It moves from mere editing to creating these manipulated realities, as our source warns. Distinguishing authentic from AI-crafted content becomes incredibly difficult. If an algorithm is deciding what's best for viewership, then the content itself becomes, well, a product of that algorithm, not necessarily the creator's original vision or truth.
This entire situation clearly raises massive ethical questions, doesn't it? I mean, if creators are often unaware their creative vision is being improved by YouTube's AI, what does that do to fundamental concepts like creative ownership, consent, the authenticity of the content itself? It's like having a ghost editor who never sleeps and doesn't charge by the hour. The article doesn't pull any punches, stating bluntly, your video, our edits.
Exactly. That statement, your video, our edits, really cuts to the core of it. It highlights how this isn't just about minor tweaks, it's the capability itself that holds what they term dystopian potential. Allows for potentially deepfake-like edits or narrative distortions without creator approval. Think about it. Did you really say that controversial thing the AI says you did? Yeah, this isn't just about polishing. It's about the platform potentially rewriting a narrative or even, constructing a completely new one based on what it thinks will perform well.
And we're not talking about purely hypothetical scenarios here. Our sources provide some concrete, real-world impact. One anonymous creator with 250,000 subscribers shared their experience, saying, I love how AI editing saves me hours, but I need to know what it's doing to my content. It's like hiring an assistant who sometimes goes rogue. So they appreciate the efficiency, but there's this clear unease about the lack of control.
That's a crucial distinction, yeah. The tool of AI editing is incredibly powerful, offering efficiency that human editors just can't match sometimes. But when it's applied without knowledge or consent, that efficiency becomes a kind of threat to artistic integrity.
Then there's Shelby Church, a creator with a massive 1.8 million subscribers. Her viewers actually noted that her latest video felt different, just off somehow. It was only later that she discovered YouTube's AI had apparently enhanced it. Her reaction, captured in the article, sums it up perfectly. Thanks for the help I never asked for.
Wow. Yeah.
And this wasn't some minor creator. This was someone with a huge following, and even her dedicated audience picked up on the subtle changes made by the AI.
And it's not just independent creators grappling with this. The article also quotes an industry editor with a Netflix background who says they're both fascinated and terrified by these tools becoming their collaborators, whether I like it or not.
Yeah.
So this shows the profound impact across the entire spectrum of content creation, from individual YouTubers to, seasoned professionals working on major platforms. The question of agency, of who truly controls the final cut, becomes absolutely paramount.
So given all this, what stands out to you when we look at the future of video editing on YouTube? Our sources lay out a compelling, if maybe slightly alarming, timeline for where this is headed. Right now, we seem to be in the era of stealth edits, those simple cuts and enhancements happening, without your knowledge, a quiet surprise when you hit publish. But what's the very next step projected?
Well, the article predicts that next year, we're looking at collaborative AI. Imagine AI actively offering you content suggestions, automatically generating chapter markers, maybe even creating more sophisticated reality-enhancing effects. The article poses a critical question about this stage. What does your creativity, now with algorithmic assistance, really mean for artistic ownership? Does the AI become a co-creator, or is it still just a sophisticated tool? Where's that line?
That's a fantastic point to ponder. And looking even further into 2025, the article asks if we're heading towards a potential creative takeover. It questions what happens when human creativity fully merges with AI precision, asking at what cost. It suggests a future where maybe you're just the face and the AI is the real creator. Essentially, the AI becomes the primary architect of the content, choosing the best cuts, the pacing, the effects, while the human simply performs their part.
Yeah, it's not difficult to envision a scenario where AI learns precisely what kind of pacing, what cuts, what visual styles perform best according to the algorithm's metrics. And then it subtly, or maybe even overtly, pushes creators towards those styles. This could lead to a kind of homogenization of content, stifling genuine innovation in favor of, let's say, algorithmically optimized predictability.
So, with all these developments unfolding, it raises the really important question: what can creators or even us as consumers actually do about this? Our sources suggest a few actionable steps, even if they come with a dose of realism.
Right. First, they advise creators to stay paranoid or informed, which is a funny way to put it, but yeah. This means actively researching which AI tools might be secretly improving your content and really trying to understand their capabilities. The underlying advice, somewhat wryly, is basically to trust no one completely when it comes to your original footage and how it might be handled.
That sounds easier said than done, I imagine, given the platforms aren't exactly, shouting about this from the rooftops.
Precisely. Which leads directly to the second step. Demand transparency. Actively ask platforms directly about AI involvement in your uploads. How is AI being used on my content? The article acknowledges this is tough, offering that wry comment. Good luck getting a straight answer. But, the more creators ask, the more pressure there is for platforms to be more forthcoming about these practices.
Makes sense. Strength in numbers, maybe. And finally, there's a pragmatic approach that might feel a bit like, if you can't beat 'em.
Yeah, basically fight AI with AI. The suggestion is to learn these tools yourself. If you understand how AI editing works, and maybe even use some of these tools on your own terms before uploading, you can retain some semblance of control over your creative vision. As the article suggests, if you can't beat the robots, join them. But crucially, on your own terms. This means consciously integrating AI into your workflow rather than passively letting it happen behind the curtain.
So we've taken a deep dive into YouTube's secret AI editing, revealing how it's turning creators into, in some cases, unwitting puppets in a digital reality show where the algorithm is both director and audience. It's a fascinating, if definitely unsettling, look at how technology is not just changing, but actively shaping the content we consume every single day.
Yeah, and as our sources conclude, it's really worth remembering that today it's cutting your awkward pauses, tomorrow it might be rewriting your opinions. That's a stark thought. The line between the creator and the created, or maybe the creator and the algorithm, is blurring rapidly, becoming ever more indistinct. It leaves us with a truly provocative thought to chew on long after this deep dive. When artificial intelligence can edit reality itself, who truly controls the truth?
A powerful and, frankly, yeah, a bit unsettling question for you to ponder. We hope this deep dive has given you a clearer picture of the unseen forces at play in our digital lives. Stay curious, stay informed, and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.